Michelle, the Breathe Easy coach from BECTSPSA, and I wanted to share with you some tangible examples again with the 135 tool. And in this video, I would like us to focus in on triggers. Sometimes it is easy to get triggered and we really don't know all the time what it is that might trigger us. It could be a sound, it can be a song, it can be a movie, it can be familiar situations, it can be our memories. There's so many things that can trigger us because we're complex, we're complex individuals and we get so much information from all around, okay? And so it's very hard to pinpoint what it is. It could be just a casual word that's said or shared by a friend that could even trigger us. It could be an anniversary, or even walking around a park, just remembering an activity that we did with our loved one, and that can cause us to get triggered, But realizing that there are things that can be done or put in place for us to be able to cope with and handle those triggers. And so if we're using the 135 tool and the goal is to eliminate or reduce triggers, that is the overarching goal. How can that be done? And one of the ways of doing that is to really to identify, well, what's the trigger? What exactly is the trigger? And then to figure out what would be the best way to either reduce this or eliminate the trigger. Because some triggers can be eliminated, while others can't. If, for instance, you're triggered by a movie, well, what is the genre of movie? If it's dramas, those kind of Lifetime movies, then yeah, there's ways around that. Maybe for a time being or for the season, choose comedies or sci-fi, or there's alternatives, substitutes that we can actually put in there. So this way we're not triggered by that. If it's a certain type of music, well, maybe choosing a different type of music, maybe classical music might be helpful, or instrumental music might be helpful right now, instead of the music that might be triggering, for you. If it's a place, that it is that you pass, maybe an alternate route, finding an alternate route. So there are ways of dealing with that. And so finding 3 things that you can actually do to help to reduce or eliminate, okay? One of the other things that we would look at with this is, how do you feel about substituting? How do you feel about avoiding? Because that also can contribute to whether or not you're re-triggered. If we just ignore the fact that you have emotions, that you have feelings about this thing, about it, we would not be doing you a service. So identifying whatever those feelings are, because we want you to come from a place of feeling at peace, feeling comfortable, and being okay with the action that you're going to take, because we don't want you to be disingenuous. We don't want you to have dissonance, meaning that you're doing this thing, but you're not really on board with it. We want the whole of you to be on board with this, and to be at peace with this, that you're saying, yeah, this here is a good strategy for me. It's going to work for me. It's going to serve me. It's for my ultimate good. And I know it and I feel it and it's resonating throughout my body. I am on board with this. I'm totally sold out to this. This is what we would like for you. Okay, and if it's not going to be that for you, then we need to find out, well, what's going on, and how can we actually support you to be able to be on board with it right now. I mean, change is not easy, and sometimes it can be challenging, and okay, and that's okay. If that's what it is, it's something new, it's a change, then okay. But that's a little different than saying, nah, I don't like this because I feel like I'm losing myself, or I have very negative feelings about that because I don't feel like that's me. That's something different. And so we really want to explore that. Okay, so those are three things that you can actually do. Okay, then we're looking at the five. And again, like I shared in the other video, if you can't come up with five, it's okay. What can you come up with? If you come up with two, if you come up with three, if you come up with four, that's great. It's not an exercise that's to stress you out. No, it's an exercise just to give you that freedom that you can actually figure out something that can work for you, that you're able to come up with something that can serve you. And that's what this tool is supposed to be. It's something that can serve you, to help support you, to undergird you, so this way you don't feel overwhelmed with having to come up with an immediate solution for everything right now. You can do it in small incremental steps. And so if all you can come up with at this particular time is one thing, then let it be that one thing. And you work that, and then later on it might unlock for you another thing. And then it may unlock another thing, and then another thing. And then before you know it, you might get to your five things that can actually help you to get to those three goals. That helps you to get to that number one overarching goal. And so here, say five things, deciding which things to actually reduce, or eliminate, which triggers do you want to eliminate or reduce, identifying it, deciding about it, might be the thing that can help you. So exploring that, looking at that a little bit more. Okay, what to include in its place. So brainstorming, what can I actually include there that can help me? I don't know. Maybe coming up with your childhood favorite movies that used to make you laugh or make you feel comfortable. Coming up with that might be helpful, Okay. Specifically, I want to watch, Zeus. I like the mythology, so, Zeus, Hercules, things like that. Or maybe watching a good mystery or a good comedy, like Dr. Dolittle or something, might be helpful. Or even watching Popeye or Tom and Jerry, just to laugh, or the Three Stooges. Those things that helps you to release the negative emotions. And laughter is a very healing activity. So even doing that, just finding ways to laugh or to incorporate laughter into your day, into your life, into your regular activities, just laughing. Or even when things go wrong, finding a way to laugh at it. Seeing the humor in it, changing the seriousness of it, and saying, something. So that wasn't so bad, I mean, I may have felt like X, Y, and Z, but it wasn't that bad. I survived it, and just finding a way to bring some humor into the situation. If it's places of sentimentality for you, then actually, finding other places that you can actually go, create new memories, new places that you want to visit, things that you put on the shelf that you're saying, hey, I'm going to actually do that. Maybe you've always wanted to go skiing, or kayaking, go kayaking. Or maybe if you always wanted to work with watercolors, then sign up for a class, do a different activity. Maybe you've always wanted to learn how to cook or bake, do that. Michael's has some great workshops that you can probably sign up to, probably after COVID. But before COVID, they used to have some really great things at Michael's. Where if you wanted to learn a new skill or something, it was great to do it. So that might be something you want to do. Or if you know that you're being triggered by sounds, people, smells, whatever, then maybe walking around with an essential oil. They sell roll-ons, some of them roll-ons, or you can just have the oil itself. You can mix it with olive oil or almond oil, or a different oil that you could actually cut it, so this way it's not full potency. And then maybe when you feel triggered, then you just dab a little from it and you put it, sniff it. You might put it here and here. You might put it on your wrist here, and just smell it. So this way it helps to give you that calm. That might help. You can put lavender oil and geranium oil right here in your head, just to help to calm you down, to reduce the emotional trigger. So that also can help. So there's a couple of things that you can do. This video, I'm sorry that it's so long, but I wanted to just give you some tangible ideas of what it is that you could actually do to help to reduce, if not eliminate, triggers, and how the 135 Gold Tool can actually support you in that. Again, I'm Michelle, the Breathe Easy Coach from BECTSPSA. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.